In this video, I'm going to be talking you through everything I eat on a day-to-day basis, as well as the supplements I take in order to optimize my health, performance, and recovery. You see, over the past few years, I've been doing everything I can in order to maximize my health, whether it be through diet implementation or exercise. And I'm by no means an expert. However, I do think I can provide you guys with some information that you can implement into your own routine and your own diet to reach the goals that you have.
First thing in the morning, before I eat anything, I swish around a bunch of water in my mouth and swallow it. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's good for your gut health. Now let's move on to the first meal. For the first meal, I had 5 eggs, which are a great source of protein. I also cooked it with spinach and some spices for anti-inflammatory benefits, alongside some sauerkraut, which is good for your gut health. I then had a bowl of yogurt with some other things, which also promote my health in various ways. I only take one supplement in the morning, which is vitamin D, because I don't usually get enough vitamin D in a day because I live in England and it's very cloudy. Luckily today, the sun was out, so I decided to eat outside.
Now moving on to the improvements, I could definitely add more vegetables into this meal. Now, although I've got spinach, adding more vegetables could improve the amount of fibre in this meal and also the amount of vitamins I get. And finally, I don't usually buy organic food, which I definitely should due to the added benefits. However, I believe that the main thing that's important in your diet is not necessarily all the nitpicky things, but it's just getting all your macro and micronutrients in and having them in the right proportions.
Moving on to meal number 2, I had spaghetti sprinkled with some olive oil, and I packed it in my bag to take to school alongside some mixed nuts and a banana. As you can see, other people in my school are eating really unhealthy food, which I try to avoid, but to be honest, it was tempting me.
Moving on to meal number 2, I'm definitely going to improve my muscle growth because of the beef I have, which contains lots of protein, iron, and vitamin B12, which all promote muscle recovery and energy. In addition, because of the pasta I had, that's going to provide me with some carbohydrates, which are going to fuel me for my workout that I have later on in the day.
After a long and stressful day at school, where I had a bunch of exams and homework to do, I made my way home and decided to make meal number 3. The first thing I decided to do was cut up some homemade bread, which my dad had made the night before. I much prefer this to store-bought. And I also had some avocado on top, because who doesn't like avocado on toast? In addition, I put some fish on, which is going to help me get extra protein in, and some gut healthy food with olive oil. Then I cut up a kiwi and decided to cook up my bone broth, which I had made a couple days earlier. I made this with carrots, onions, spices, and apple cider vinegar, as you can see, made with beef bones. I had to leave it cooking for about 8 to 10 hours, but the product's so worth it and it's really delicious. This is one of the best meals I've had in a while, and luckily it's also really healthy, so it helps me reach all my goals.
Now for meal number 3, because of the mackerel I had, that gave me some omega-3s, which are essential for brain function and they have great anti-inflammatory benefits. I also had a bone broth, which is going to improve my collagen levels, which is going to help my skin health.
And for the last meal, I had a green curry, which I didn't eat too much of, to be honest, even though it was delicious, just because I wasn't very hungry, but I had it alongside water with turmeric. And an hour before bed, I took ashwagandha and magnesium for sleep.
Moving on to the last meal, I'm getting my protein in from the chicken, which is going to help muscle recovery. I'm getting my carbs to replenish my glycogen stores from the workouts, from the rice. And finally, I have my magnesium and ashwagandha, which is going to help my sleep. This is because magnesium helps promote melatonin production, which is the hormone that helps you sleep. So I'm going to feel much more relaxed when I go into bed. And ashwagandha is going to reduce my cortisol levels, which is also going to help my sleep by making me feel more relaxed. As an improvement to my last meal, I definitely could have eaten it a little bit earlier in order to maximize my sleep. This is because if you eat very close to before bed, your body's going to be focusing on digesting the food rather than getting yourself ready for bed. Ideally, I wouldn't have eaten it at that time, but to be honest, I'm not bothered at all. Now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and the things that I put in my routine, you implement it into yours. This is the diet that I'm currently doing and I've never felt better. I'm getting all the vitamins I need, protein I need, and I feel great. So if you guys implement it into your routine, You let me know how it goes and if your health also improves as much as mine did.